The Kerala story. Oh my god. Germany, Germany, Germany. Yeah. When there's a will, there's a way. कभी चालू हो रहा है ब्रो, कितना टाइम लगेगा ब्रो? Oh, okay. 3:15 schedule for कितना टाइम है? 2 दिन हो गए live in 2 days. Still time left, bro. Die, ego. Let's go.
I don't have to think about the fact that मेरी limit कितनी है. The supercar that I just bought just gave me 4 business class, 11 economy classes, 10 hotel nights.
Outlandish purchase you've done.
I don't have
I hope इस पे copyright नहीं है मुझे, है ना? है ना?
The frightening thing about Portugal in 2026 isn't Cristiano Ronaldo. It's that for the first time in his international career, Portugal...
Die, ego. Ale, let's go. 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 Let's go. मजा आने वाला ही ब्रो।
जब विश्व कप ने ये फैसला किया था कि वो 32 टीम से 48 टीम की ओर रुख मोड़ेगी, तब संभावना थी कि कई नए चेहरे हमें नजर आएंगे वर्ल्ड कप की दुनिया में। और आज पहली बार एक झलक सबसे छोटे देश पर जिन्होंने डेब्यू किया हो।
सब लैपटॉप लेके बैठे क्या ऊपर? ये लोग कौन है बे?
1.5 लाख की तादाद यदि आप उनकी जनसंख्या की बात करें, और वो आप पहुंचे हैं इस मंच पर और अपना डेब्यू करेंगे 4 बार के चैंपियन जर्मनी के खिलाफ। स्वागत करते हैं आप सभी का C5 और यूनाइटेड स्पोर्ट्स पर।
लेट्स गो।
मजा आए अब तक इस विश्व कप के दौरान, और ये अनुभव आगे बढ़ता ही जाएगा जोर और शोर के साथ। यहाँ किक ऑफ नहीं, टेक ऑफ किया जाएगा ह्यूस्टन में। इतिहास रचेंगे जर्मनी के लिए जब वो कदम रखेंगे मैदान पर। बनेंगे सबसे उम्रदराज खिलाड़ी जिन्होंने जर्मनी की जर्सी पहनी हो इस विश्व कप में। तोड़ेंगे रिकॉर्ड लोटार मैटियस का।
You got this.
पर दूसरे छोर पर जो टीम है उन पर गौर फरमाना बहुत अहम कि क्या कहानी रची है कुरासाओ ने।
भाई एमिनेम के गाने चला रहे लोग हर मैच में।
अभी अपराजित क्वालिफायर्स के दौरान एक ऐसी टीम जिन्होंने धीरे धीरे लय पकड़ी है। एक ऐसा देश जो घोषित ही किया गया था 2018 में और फीफा में मेंबरशिप मिली थी उन्हें। आज देखिए कहां तक पहुंच चुकी है। 2010 के बाद ही ये सोच विचार शुरू हुआ था। 2015 में क्रांति का आगाज हुआ था इनकी फुटबॉल में और शायद सबसे कड़ी
Curaçaoan folklore.
ये ठीक है ना?
Players who got their nation to a FIFA World Cup for the very first time. Excellent in qualifying, unbeaten in all 10 games, 7 wins, led by the vastly experienced Dick Advocat.
Ooh, let's go!
And just wait for the roar here.
Two teams, Germany and Curaçao.
Curaçao.
We are clear for launch in Houston, a city that has spent decades reaching for the unreachable. But today the frontier is not space, but sport. The veterans and the voyagers, the established force against the fearless explorers. Four-time world champions Germany seeking another star. Newcomers Curaçao seeking their place among them. 12 noon in Houston, 7 p.m. in Berlin, 1 p.m. in the Curaçaoan capital Willemstad. This is Group E, a meeting of legacy and possibility, of expectation and adventure.
ऐसे कौन रिकॉर्ड करता है?
So much going through the mind of these players here heading into this, and for Curaçao, it's already been a win qualifying for this World Cup. To me, today, Paul, this seems real opportunity for them. I don't think you're sure you're in fear of the Germans, maybe because of the history of football culture, but it's also opportunity today. Everything is a first for Curaçao. First pass, first tackle.
This is a one-side win, guys. Germany तो उड़ाने वाला मेरे को लग रहा है बहुत गंदे तरीके से.
The Germans looking to reboot.
And the first time they'll hear their national
National
anthem as well
anthem
on the World Cup stage.
ये जिडेन है क्या? नहीं? Let's go. भाई इंडिया का नेशनल एंथम जिस दिन फीफा वर्ल्ड कप में बजा ना यार, गूज़बम्स आ जाएंगे भाई, प्योर गूज़बम्स भाई. मैगी Curaçao. Let's go. Ooh, yeah. भाई एड्स, तुम एड्स बताने वाले हो? शी 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 कौन है भाई जो क्या कुरासाओ को वोट कौन किया है? कौन किया?
अब इंडिया देखेगा फीफा वर्ल्ड कप।
अरे अरे भाई कॉपीराइट। ओए ओए आ गया आ गया आ गया। ओए कॉपीराइट। Copyright. I don't want to take risk of any copyright issues on my channel.
Straight after what's happened at the last two
Yeah,
FIFA
let's
World
go,
Cups,
let's
incredibly
go.
not being able to make it out of the group phase. But the signs have been there under Julian Nagelsmann coming into this. 9 wins on the bounce. We got to the quarterfinals at Euro 2024. But this is where they really have to step up and deliver when the eyes of the world are on them.
Dale, let's go.
Our match officials today, largely from Morocco, Jalal Jayed, the man in the middle.
The officials.
The VAR hub operations there being led by Hamza El Farik.
Feel it. Mean it.
So what of the teams? Well, Manuel Neuer is the only remaining link to Germany's 2014 triumph and makes his first appearance in 709 days, having come out of international retirement. He could be joined at Bayern next season by Nathaniel Brown, who gets the start at left-back over David Raum. Leroy Sané, with 3 goals in his last 5 appearances, is in from the off and joins Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz as the trio behind Arsenal's Kai Havertz, who scored twice at the last edition 4 years back. These are the 11 given the honour of starting Curaçao's first ever World Cup match. Eloy Rooms in goal, the oldest in the squad. The entire back four all play their club football in the Netherlands. Tahith Chong is the creative spark and the only Curaçao-born player in the squad. The Bacuna brothers, Leandro and Juninho, had a wealth of experience. Jurgen Locadia of Miami FC leads the attack. Their top scorer in qualifying, Jervain Castaneda, is on the bench. This, the very definition of David and Goliath. Curaçao, led by Dick Advocat, 82nd in the FIFA World Rankings. Germany, 10th. Joshua Kimmich leading Germany.
9, 8, 7,
Bacuna wearing the
6,
armband for
5,
Curaçao. The
4,
countdown is on
3,
in Houston,
2,
and this place knows a thing or two about
1. Beep, beep,
countdowns.
beep.
the home of NASA's mission control, known as Space City, and we have liftoff at the FIFA World Cup 2026 in Houston.
Going to see a lot of that from Eloy Room tonight in goal for Curaçao, because he's hitting everything long in all the games prior to this, and the Germans are going to try to jump on the nerves and maybe the pressure that is built here in this huge opportunity for Curaçao early.
Well, the Germans keen to point out in the lead up to this game they will not be underestimating Curaçao, who will relish the challenge here, no question.
Well, Paul, you can't. These are all players that grew up in the Dutch system, many of them. 95% of the squad is from the Netherlands. They play on clubs in various places, so these are prideful football players as well. I mean, they're here to compete. They've already achieved mission impossible, and now they have opportunity here. And I say the word opportunity against a 4-time World Cup winning Germany.
So going long, collected by Tahith Chong, who's got a fabulous goal against Scotland in a pre-tournament friendly. They did lose that game, but did turn on a red card for Jürgen Locadia, who starts up front.
Well, that was a great 45 minutes until the sending off of Locadia in that game. It really was inspiring. The goal Chong scored, if that was a goal scored by Lionel Messi or somebody else around the world, it would have been on a loop. It was a fantastic goal. But back to Locadia, you just can't make those kind of emotional mistakes on this day or in this World Cup.
Oh, ball yaar. And Brown has found a gap and gone through it, squared across, and Curaçao just about scrambled clear and look to break away, and this is where they can be dangerous. Foul. And Deveron Fonville sent sprawling.
Now, you said it, Paul. They have runners. So if Germany overcommits here tonight, they have guys that can break out in wide positions, up front as well. Here's the foul. So it's really about survival here in the first minutes of this one for Curaçao. But, man, when that ball turns over, the Germans have to be very, very conscious that there are footballers that can move, that can run, and can hit them in transition.
Pomenencia with a lovely ball down the line. Locadia looking to cause a problem. He's followed closely by Schlotterbeck. Chong. And calmly intercepted by Brown. But you can feel the energy from the Curaçaoan supporters in here, and the players clearly feeding on it. As we see Julian Nagelsmann, rather, the youngest head coach at this FIFA World Cup, facing the oldest in Dick Advocat, 40 years between them.
Incredible storyline, and of course, Nagelsmann in Germany, everything scrutinized beyond belief. Dick Advocat is the experienced hand. He has shown belief to these young players and older players of Curaçao. It's a project he wanted to be a part of, and he met with Eloy Room, the goalkeeper, prior to it, and Eloy Room walked away from that meeting as an old member of this team and a veteran, saying, wow, I love the support that he feels. He really feels he can take us to a World Cup, and thus he did.
Wirtz for Musiala. Well, one back by Leandro Bacuna, who's looking to drive away, but was stopped in his tracks. Musiala, who's still getting back to full fitness. There is a feeling he's not where he needs to be yet, having broken his leg in the States at last summer's Club World Cup following a collision with the goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. And Musiala's inclusion has been a hot topic in the build-up to this game. Some very notable, high-profile people in the media, former pundits, having their say on whether Musiala should start. High profile, huh? No doubt in Julian Nagelsmann's mind that he was going to play from the off.
Yeah, Thomas Muller and Lothar Matthäus both differing. Yeah, why not? These guys aren't afraid of being named. I mean, these guys are all legend of the game. I mean, that's what makes Germany and these countries great soccer-playing nations.
Wrong pass.
Benigno Bacuna looking for the straight ball down the middle. Nico Schlotterbeck there to intercept.
Good ball, good ball.
Brown, and suddenly Germany are in danger here.
नहीं नहीं यार नहीं, एक और मौका मिला है.
Brown. Curaçao on the back foot.
क्या बॉल डाला यार, क्या बॉल डाला है वो.
Mecha again.
Oh भाई,
Stunning goal. Wonderfully taken by Felix Mecha.
वर्ल्ड कप विनर्स भाई. ये
Germany in business in their opening match.
भाई मेरी चप्पल घूम जाती है यार.
The first goal in Houston's World Cup story is scored by one of the oldest names in the book, Germany.
Felix Mecha plays at Dortmund. Only his 9th cap here tonight for Germany. But watch how they carve this space out. And this is just, it almost looks so casual. They can't get pressure on the ball. This is curled around the defender. This is an incredible look into the side netting. But this is German technical efficiency at its best. And you know what it means to these guys to get off to a good start, because every team is respected in a World Cup, a goal of class.
Some strike that on Felix Mecha. Not a lot that Eloy Room could do about it. Exactly the kind of start to the game the Germans were looking for. Musiala.
एक और.
Still Musiala. There's Pavlovic now. Germany getting in the groove.
कॉर्नर. ये कॉर्नर लगा क्या उसके
He's not given. Goal kick.
गोल किक दिया है. वही मेरे को लगा ही.
Boy, the looks on everybody's face walking into the stadium tonight. It was so busy.
अभी इसका नाम क्या है ये क्या नाम है भाई? What? अबे ये क्या नाम है? ये क्या नाम है भाई?
That's sort of what the Germans are known for here. But to get this early goal is
World Cup as a coach, having been in charge of the Netherlands and Korea Republic in 1994 and 2006 respectively. Got the Netherlands to the last 8. Tidied up by Kimmich.
Another thing you could say about him is that he knows America very well, played in the North American Soccer League for the Chicago Sting. For him to come back here after coaching the Netherlands in '94, he made that very clear. He's come to Houston with Curaçao prior to this, and the dream was kind of sold to the city here, and here they are back in a city where they've had a lot of great things happen in the Gold Cup.
Wirtz, Musiala, Mecha looking for another one. That was hit wickedly and viciously.
Well, Curaçao's got to get out and get pressure on the ball here. It's coming way too late. And Mecha's finding himself in great pockets of space here with great shooting opportunities here. Had the power, didn't have the accuracy. But again, getting into really, really good positions, pushing higher. He's tall, physical, and this is what he does. He gets into great goal-scoring positions out of midfield.
He actually suffered a knee ligament injury in March, Felix Mecha, that put his place in doubt. Here he is firmly in the frame, and he's formed a really good partnership with Pavlovic in that midfield anchor role. Havertz dropping deep, but robbed of it by Sonja Hansen. Brown getting back at him. And the Germans unflustered and back on it with Joshua Kimmich.
Love Nathaniel Brown at left back.
That charge karte
only
his
6th cap here today, but he's got that one thing that a lot of people don't have. That's called recoverability. And
recoverability.
he can turn the jets on.
Jonathan Tah into Havertz. Held it up well. Brown. Wirtz.
अभी क्या ड्रिबल करता है? बॉल यार बॉल क्या ड्रिबल करते हैं भाई ये लोग.
And a way out perhaps for Curaçao at long last, but Kimmich says no. Zane.
Foul. नहीं कुछ नहीं है खेलो.
Curaçao at the moment struggling to keep pace.
Yeah.
Kimmich hasn't felt the need to get into midfield yet. He's been pretty much holding down on the right side of the field here, but we will see him float into differing positions, and it's
ball!
like, are there two of them?
Ball!
Again, Leroy Zane. Wide it goes.
Just wave after wave of attacks here, and trying to get through this is Curaçao at this point. Zane has got to be a big piece of this World Cup for Germany. It's just pulled wide.
ये क्या मारा है भाई? अच्छा उसका पैर को लगा है.
That went off of a Curaçao defender, Bazur.
Can be a polarizing figure, Leroy Zane. Feeling is he just doesn't deliver enough in the big tournaments, but there's absolutely no doubt of his quality. Just look at his CV, that would tell you that.
Yeah, it's remarkable, and of course he was at City with Pep Guardiola, and we saw him score one of the goals against the US in that 2-1 win in their last friendly. They felt that was a great match and a great tune-up for them coming into this tonight.
All Germany so far. Look how high Schlotterbeck is here. Pavlovic.
Oh, ball!
In towards Matcha. What a start to the game he's had. Another opportunity comes his way, but Eloy Room well positioned.
He's playing like a forward right now. I mean, he's going to be the guy that joins in the attack. We've seen it already twice. We've seen his goal. Pavlovic will be the one that does the more balancing and controlling, but this is a night where he's going to get forward a lot and has already.
Foul by Lecardia, who's left a little bit there on Joshua Kimmich. Once played for Brighton and Hove Albion in England. He was their club record signing at the time, Jurgen Lecardia.
That's just a glorious look at this finish. Pinpoint accuracy, wrapped his foot around it.
Busy day of World Cup action today. This game opening up proceedings in Group E. Côte d'Ivoire taking on Ecuador later in Philadelphia. Netherlands against Japan, Sweden against Tunisia to come from Group F as well. Schlotterbeck. Jonathan Tah.
निकाल लेगी बे जर्मनी, मेरे को लग रहा है इजी निकाल लेगी. बहुत स्ट्रांग पोजीशन है जर्मनी का.
Sane, Fonville quickly out to him.
एक बार भी बॉल नहीं उन लोग पे आ रहा.
A containment exercise. And behind the ball. Know that Germany have got the tools to unlock them. Schlotterbeck, Brown, Wirtz hugging that far touchline. Wirtz stepping on the inside of Florianus and letting fly. And not far
good try,
away.
यार, good try.
Well, that man there, Florian Wirtz, has got to have a great World Cup for Germany if they're going far in this. Definitely a needed man here. He's an all-around footballer. That just doesn't have enough bend on it, but cutting in from the left on his right foot obviously is something that he's mastered. It's a big piece of his game. It's something you have to really look at. But his chance creation has to be a big part of Germany in this World Cup, and starts today.
Juninho Bacuna for Curaçao as they make an entry into the German half of the field at long last. It is Kimmich with ball in hand. Away by Obispo. Run it back to Manuel Neuer.
Good ball, यार.
Today becomes Germany's.
नोयर है क्या इनका कीपर? मेरे को नहीं पता था.
I'm sure he's thrilled with that particular statistic.
Big storyline coming out of retirement to play, and you know everybody was saying, of course, he's coming to play. He's not coming here to be on.
Oh, ball, yaar.
Smuggled through to Mecha. There's the pullback, but Leandro Bacuna in the way of that one. And the two Bacuna brothers combine, and they're looking for a way out. It's a decent-looking ball, well read by Schlotterbeck.
Curaçao fans going nuts. Ball and put it through the legs of a German player. Nearly put one of his teammates through. But we have to talk about Leandro Bacuna. 72 caps. Today is 73rd. The captain. He's been a big part of this whole project and this goal and this hope and possibility of getting Curaçao to a World Cup.
It's been an amazing journey for them. Speaking to some Curaçaoan fans before the game, they were so excited. It was brilliant, and telling me that it takes literally an hour to go from the east of the island to the west of the island, and they're watching a game here and they're watching their next game as well before they head back. But they have come to enjoy the party no matter what happens out on the field, and so it should be. Here's Jonathan Tah. Schlotterbeck. Kimmich.
As Heath Chung had mentioned, that the party has not stopped in Curaçao since they qualified after getting that 0-0 draw against Jamaica in CONCACAF. And you can see it with the fans. You get that island vibe here in the stadium. A lot of people learn geography about Curaçao, being one of the ABC islands off South America that all have Dutch influence. And it's ironic that the Netherlands is here also.
Indeed so, and playing in this stadium in the not-too-distant future against Sweden. Going back to that game against Jamaica, Curaçao secured their spot at this finals. Their hearts skipped a beat in stoppage time because they conceded a penalty, which was then overturned by VAR. Here's Bacuna to Chong.
Oh.
He was fouled. Curaçao get the free kick.
He's got an elusive nature to him. There's Mecha, your goal scorer, who's been really pushing high in this game. But this is one of the assets that Chong has, is to get out of pressure and draw fouls. He's going to want to do that closer to the German goal. Set pieces could be a big piece here today for Curaçao. Right now, it's really stay in this game. Remain within touching distance.
Oh, क्या प्यारा खेला है यार वो.
Bazua, who actually plays in the Turkish Super League with Konyaspor.
ये क्या किया?
Keep an eye on him, a very aggressive centre-back, number 23 in Curaçao and blue.
Bro, ये तो हगा है भाई World Cup squad में.
When you mentioned some of the younger ones for Curaçao, Basura is one of the younger ones.
Stolen by Juninho Bacuna.
Good ball. Good ball.
To drive forward, and the
cross. Good ball.
The right cross, Tahith Chong behind it. Lacadia. Juninho Bacuna challenged by Musiala. And there's Leandro Bacuna. And it's wild and it's wide.
But it's a confidence-building attack for Curaçao. Yes, Leandro Bacuna got underneath this, kind of slices it. You can tell his technique doesn't work for him there. But let's talk about the build-up, and let's talk about putting a circle around that and saying this is a good moment for them in this game. And they're saying, hey, look, we can play a bit of football against Germany as well.
Well, the fans around us absolutely loving it. Look at the smiles on the faces.
We're almost in the Curaçao section here. Yeah. This is wonderful.
Mecha. Brown.
Good pace, yaar. Good pace.
Now Florian Wirtz looking for options in the middle, looking for Havertz. But it skids away
good
from
ball,
him.
chalega.
Well, Wirtz was the big signing for Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen, was on that team that didn't lose Leverkusen a single Bundesliga match as you look at Manuel Neuer. And Wirtz has had injury issues and things. Kind of a hit or miss. Real high moments with Liverpool, but some tough times as well this year. But so much dependency on him for Germany.
He'll be working with a new coach, of course, when he heads back to the English Premier League. Andoni Iraola taking the reins following the departure of Arne Slot. This is Obispo for Curaçao, looking to spread it to the right and spread it.
Ball yaar.
He does. Coman nudging behind towards Hansen. There's Lucadia, and there's the strike, and there's the...
Good goal yaar, good goal.
Unbelievable! Livano Comanencia! History in Houston!
Oh yeah.
A nation of scarcely more than 100,000 souls has just silenced millions. Germany won, Curaçao won. Manuel Neuer, upon his return, is beaten.
Hope and possibility float. Space opens up here. Onside, well-timed ball, but Lucadia's swing and a miss just comes gratuitously.
क्या गेम होने वाला है भाई, मजा आएगा यार.
And this is a great hit from Comanencia. His third international goal. It skips up there, as you can see, over the two outstretched hands. Look at Advocat. And what a moment here. It is history for Curaçao, their first ever World Cup goal.
अच्छा, पहला गोल है वर्ल्ड कप का.
What the scenes are like on that tiny little Caribbean
Good ball,
island.
फिर से good
And
ball.
Here they come again. Lucadia, the angle against him.
Penalty.
Steps across.
नहीं?
Wow.
You foul.
Wow.
Lucadia went down. There's no penalty here. But this is just amazing emotion and momentum now flowing behind the blue wave.
भाई पेनल्टी है, क्यों नहीं दिया? फाउल क्यों नहीं दिया है?
There was a lady just then to my right, a few rows away, dabbing her eye with her
Hydration
scarf.
break, yeah? Hydration break.
Those around us can scarcely believe what they've just seen as we hit the hydration break, and all the noise you can hear is coming from the Curaçaoan fans.
Periscope is an important program. Private സെക്ടറിലേക്ക് പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ മിസ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള ടൂൾ.
ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟಾ ಪೊಲೀಸಾ?
Patriot.
Is that similar to Periscope? എനിക്കറിയാവുന്ന ഡാനിയലിന് ഒന്നും സംഭവിക്കില്ല.
Someone is helping him.
अरे how can I? मजा आ गया भाई, क्या गेम हो रहा है यार. वो ये ओए 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 dale dale Eco ale ale dale dale Eco ale ale let's go. Die, die, Eco, dale, dale, let's go. Die, die. Eco. Ale, let's go.
Netherlands versus Japan.
And changed the trajectory of the ball. Looked like Neuer had his hands where they should be, and it just slashed above his hands into the back of the net like a blurry orb. What a moment.
The youngest in the squad gets their first ever World Cup goal with their first shot on target.
Well, he's considered the breakout talent for Curaçao.
Manuel Neuer ready to restart us here, not the return to the international fold that he had envisaged. Hadn't kept a clean sheet in his previous 7 World Cup appearances. He will not be getting one today. Jonathan Tah for Germany. Kimmich. Sane. Watched closely by Fonville, who's a really good athlete, the number 24.
Nice team shape, the way right now Curaçao is set up, cutting out passing lanes. That's a missed tackle there.
Mecha.
Ball.
To Musiala.
बाहर जाएगा. अंदर.
Company now from Leandro Bacuna. Musiala doing his best to get away, the assistant flagging. And it will be a free kick to Germany.
He does well there. He's besieged by a couple Curaçao defenders, including Bacuna. Earns a dangerous free kick here. Let's see how the Germans set this up. They've obviously got targets. Center backs are forward. Tah and Schlotterbeck a danger.
Into a Kimmich. Standing over this.
This is man-to-man marking here from Curaçao for the most part.
Plenty of elevation on that. Schlotterbeck.
क्या save निकाला है.
Save from room.
What a save, bhai. What a save.
Well, they found the man they wanted to find. Eloy Room comes up with a big save like he has so many times before for Curaçao. This is a great leap, great timing, and Eloy Room sees that all the way in the end, just kind of helps it on over the crossbar.
क्या हो गया? रेस्क्यू भड़का.
Nathaniel Brown to deliver.
Good ball.
Punched out by Room. Gathered by Wirtz. Into Musiala.
अरे एंटी.
Come off.
एंटी फिर से एंटी.
He's got it now though.
मिल गया. अंदर है बॉल.
From Bacuna.
क्या टैकल है. गुड टैकल. फिर से कॉर्नर.
But great work from Musiala. Gets himself into the penalty area. He's got to be treated here differently. That's how he earned the corner at the end of that play. But to allude to, show has elusive nature. Something he's got to do today against a very compact defense.
Gone deep again towards Schlotterbeck again, who wins it again. And Curaçao managed to clear out for a throw, but that's twice now that Schlotterbeck has got on the end of that ball in. Tah. Wirtz, who's popped up on the right now. Havertz for Kimmich. Four in white in the middle, hoping for the ball to come over.
बहुत फास्ट है भाई वो.
Shot into Pavlovic.
Corner.
Comanencia putting himself in the line of fire.
This time it was Pavlovic sneaking in out of midfield, and very good to pick him out. from Zane. Was the right pass at the right time. The pressure continues here. Kimmich will take a lot of the set pieces, the corners. So Schlotterbeck's got a head on it the last 2 times for Germany.
Common and Sear is the one who's keeping an eye on Schlotterbeck here, who's making his move now, and he's peeled away to the far post again, but Common and Sear flicks it away. Here's Fonville. Will this reach Tahi Chong? It will.
Which is on. Locadia was wide open on the other side of the field.
Hang on a minute.
Oh!
Well, that's good play from Wirtz, dropping into defensive mode there, taken on the turn now by Pavlovic. Schlotterbeck. Now Curaçao have to get back into position. Zane driving infield. Common and Sear in just the right spot. And that might just give Curaçao the opportunity to build themselves. A little flick round the corner from Bakuna. Matchup.
Last sequence when Curaçao won that ball would have been a nice moment to get a little bit more possession.
वो
a little
नाच क्यों
confidence
रहा है
in
भाई?
passing, maybe slow it down a little bit. Now you've lost the ball. You're already back here in a defensive posture. But Germany's got to look for the moments when the shape of Curaçao is pulled out. Maybe they're a little bit overcommitted, and they have to act quickly.
Musiala in the pocket. Hansen to Chong. Had to put it through the legs. Well, Florian Wirtz. Straight ball through the middle. Zane onto it. Great block. They're not in the clear yet, though. Fonville looking to clear out for touch. More heroic defending.
क्या हुआ है? फाउल था क्या?
The blue wave throwing every ounce of sweat equity at Germany today here in the first half. It's just a big space. That's just an eye of the needle pass to pick out that run. But it's this last-ditch defending and key blocks has to be a part of the game here today for Curaçao. And you got to be willing to do it, and they are more than willing, I think, Paul.
Fonville.
Ball.
Oh, that's nice. Just a pity, just got away from Fonville, but the idea was a nice one. Pavlovic of Bayern Munich, one of several from the Bavarian club in this squad. Wirtz of Liverpool. Nudged inside, matchup. Zane. Pavlovic is on the scene. This is Kimmich. And that can be allowed to run behind. But Joshua Kimmich not happy with the referee who got in his way for a moment.
Dick Advocat, the experience he has brought here, had to leave the coaching threshold real quick. This was the Eloy Room save on Schlotterbeck. He has had some magical moments in goal for Curaçao. Really was the first player from the Netherlands to start recruiting the others. And then Dick Advocat came on the scene. So he is the elder statesman of this team. He's a spokesperson for him. He's a huge, huge leader.
And every minute of
and
all...
a recruiter. And a recruiter.
Well, he played every minute in qualifying. All 10 matches, 6 clean sheets. Curaçao with a free kick here in German territory. Bazoa. Obispo. Now Leandro Bakuna, a joint most capped player.
I like what Bakuna has done here right now as a veteran. Just slows it down, puts his foot on it. Let's get a little confidence through passing here. Let's take a collective sigh of relief and belief. And there we go again.
ओ भाई क्या पेस है यार.
Seeking out Hansen. Kimmich goes out to engage. Referee in the way again. Juninho Bacuna sidestepping Macha. Not only one thing on his mind, but rather ambitious to have a go from there.
Yeah, but I like it because it does show a level of confidence. 3 goals in World Cup qualifying for Juninho Bacuna. But again, that is a little bit of what Curaçao is. They do like to try things that are a bit unique. Dick Advocat came in and said, listen, we're not changing things culturally. We are going to add some discipline and organization in certain areas. And it's been a beautiful marriage.
62% possession so far for the Germans. Pavlovic will usually look for a forward pass. Musiala. Brown offering out on the left. Wirtz let it go. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Pavlovic again. Now it's Macha. And now it's Kai Havertz. Deflected away for the corner.
So it's interesting. Mecha has now dropped a little bit deeper. Pavlovic is now joining in a little bit more, so they've kind of flip-flopped roles here. In-swinger here off the left foot of Brown. Comes all the way across the field to take the corner.
Or he can take it, Nathaniel Brown, the referee. What's a word with Musiala and Floranus. Brown delivering and flicked in. Well, they have been warned, and they haven't heeded that warning, because Nico Schlotterbeck puts Germany back in front. Four stars on the shirt. 2 goals on the board now.
Curaçao fully aware of Schlotterbeck before this game. You know that. 2 corners, he got his head on him, and this time, boy, that's a glancing header. He's on the move. That's the key to this, is being on the move and meeting this beautiful delivery. He is completely unmarked. That's bread and butter for Nico Schlotterbeck. That's a big goal to grab a little bit of the momentum back, and it comes off that beautiful thing called a corner kick.
Nico Schlotterbeck's first goal for his country on his 28th appearance.
How about that? It comes in a World Cup.
Not bad timing. Well, Curaçao have recovered once before. Can they do it again? Here is the man who got them level for a time, Comenencia. Clattered downfield by Room. There's Schlotterbeck. Well, prior to this game, Germany had won 56 World Cup matches when scoring first. So the omens in that regard look positive. Sané's header in field for Havertz.
And also to that, they have come in on a 9-game winning streak, including that 2-1 friendly win over the U.S. a few days ago.
Yeah, qualifying didn't start well for them, beaten by Slovakia, but after that they never looked back, the Germans, who have now qualified for every World Cup since winning it for the first time in 1954. Pavlovic to Wirtz. Mecha. Oh, nicely worked again. Obispo stepping in that time. Now it's Juninho Bacuna, who's hassled by Mecha. Well, Zane takes a tumble. He's not going to get anything there. Do like the steel and the grit, though, that Mecha brings to that German midfield.
No question about it. He's been getting into good positions in and around the box. Here's another look at Schlotterbeck's header. And again, the whole key to this is him being on the move, static defenders, but the other key is completely unmarked. Somebody missed an assignment there. This was a simple header for him in the context of the big picture. But they had gone to him twice before, so this time they got some movement out of him. That's the center back stream, right? You come to games to break tackles up, marking a man out of the game, but then to add a goal to it just makes the day even better to this point.
And the delivery was great as well. He's used the pace on that, hasn't he, to help?
Pace was in the delivery. Just got to make good contact.
Florian Wirtz, Musiala, he's found a way through. Room will drop on it before Nathaniel Brown can get there.
Well, Eloy Room once had a game here in Houston where he made 15 saves against Honduras in the Gold Cup, and told me in an interview that, you know, this has been a great city for me. Lots of good things have happened in Houston for both myself and Curaçao.
Pounced on by Juninho Bacuna. Omenencia. Bonville.
Nice
Omenencia again.
What?
Running at Kimmich. Juninho Bacuna. Snapped up by Musiala. The Germans win it back. Here's Wirtz. Brown sets off on a run on the outside. There he goes. Chased down by Floranus. Back it comes to Pavlovic. Mecha, Pavlovic, Kimmich. Wirtz looking to make inroads, but Floranus stands his ground, but concedes the corner.
Well, you take people on like that, you're going to get corners. Germany's got a number of these players that can do this. They've scored a goal off a corner, and the more corners they get, the more opportunities you have to get Schlotterbeck and your big center backs forward. Here he is again. And he's just maybe the ultimate target right now. He's gotten his head on 3 of these, and one of them has gone in. This time he's starting in and around the penalty area.
The captain, Joshua Kimmich, to deliver this. Aiming for Schlotterbeck, who nods it down, and Curaçao really need to try and get a grip on him.
Yeah, they thought he was going to the near post. This time he circles and kind of makes a little semicircle to the back post. So he's got different movements. The Germans are fully aware of it. And to your point, Paul, yeah, I mean, 4 times on corners he's put a head on it. You got to go up with him. You got to get an arm in. You got to get an arm across him. You got to try and put him off because it looks a little bit too easy right now defensively from Curaçao.
Brown sweeps it over. Room gets knuckles on it. Musiala, playing at his 4th major tournament for Germany. driving on the outside. There's the pullback. And now Brown. And now Zane. And there's Pavlovic. Everybody wanting a go in German white. And Hansen trying to alleviate the pressure as we head into 4 added minutes at the end of this first half.
Yeah, I'm kind of smiling. You said everybody's having a go here. I mean, there was 4 players who had a shot at it. Pavlovic earlier had begged for it, didn't get it. This time he did get it. And again, Curaçao's just getting bodies in front of these shots.
Antonio Rudiger looking on.
Well, we know Antonio Rudiger is a very emotional player. He's playing it out on the sideline right now. It's a wonderful option to have off the bench.
Collected by Zane. Kimmich. Obispo is there for Curaçao. Being hemmed in here, though. Juninho Bakuna managing to feed it down the line for Tahith Jong. Good battle with Tar, who felt the ball had gone out.
They better get back defensively because Chung is on.
Promidencia.
बाहर था बॉल.
Hansen. Oh, that's comfortable for Neuer. Havertz. Pushed on to Musiala.
If Germany can be a little quicker in transition when Curaçao has players committed forward, like in that last sequence, I think they got to try to get to goal a little bit instead of putting your foot on it and recirculating it. I think the opportunity is there for them to do that. They recognized it, but they've been wanting to recirculate the ball as opposed to maybe getting to goal and taking a little bit more risk at times.
Brown flashes one across, matches onto it. Really good feet, takes a tumble. The referee says penalty.
Oh fuck. Penalty
Right at the
मिल
end of the
गई.
half. Germany now with a chance to really tighten the screw.
भाई पेनल्टी मिल गई भाई.
Well, here's Mecha. It looks like he's caught. I think it's Bazur who comes in.
नहीं है भाई, नहीं मिलना चाहिए शायद उसके.
Yeah, it's a right foot that clips him. Might be slightly embellished a bit, but there was contact. I think the penalty call is a good one.
ये सेव कर लिया तो मजा आ जाएगा
He
भाई.
may have embellished it in a big way, but after getting the replay, it's pretty obvious there was contact.
VAR, of course, would have had a close inspection of that. And the ball has been handed here to Kai Havertz.
And what you're doing here is you're trying to get one of your strikers unlocked in this tournament from the penalty spot.
Well, can Eloy Room become a hero for Curaçao? Big moment this for Germany on the cusp of half-time. And the opportunity to take a 2-goal
Save,
cushion to
save,
the
save,
break.
save,
This is
save.
right in front of the largest proportion of Curaçaoans, this, behind Eloy Room's goal. It's Havertz, and he rolls it in. He's on the board of this FIFA World Cup, and Germany will go to the break 3-1 up.
3-1 हो गया.
Little collective sigh of relief here for Germany, but I think Very much so. They wanted to get Havertz to the penalty spot because goal scorers are kind of strange creatures. They need confidence. A little stutter step, room goes left, and you described it perfectly, Paul, by saying rolls it in. He just passed it in, and it proves to you that not all penalties have to be hit hard, but there was a little bit of a stutter that moved Eloy Room, and that's a big goal for Germany. Stroke at halftime, timely type of goal, very important.
And that is half-time. Well, Curaçao may be trailing, but they are the ones leaving the field to a standing ovation from their followers. A historic first half of football for them, scoring their first ever goal at a World Cup finals. Livano, Coman and Sia levelling the scores after Felix Mecha had opened the scoring, and goals from Schlotterbeck and Havertz